Hello, my name is Vitaliia-Anna Oliinyk, and today I will be discussing my project called Propaganda Detection in Twitter, the social media. So first of all, I would like to introduce you the purpose of this project, to identify the objective and the object. The objective or the goal of this project is to develop an automated algorithm for detecting propaganda in tweets. And the object of this project is the phenomenon of propaganda itself, its influence and presence in social media overall and on Twitter in general. Next, I would like to discuss scientific and topical grounds for this research because I believe there are many. So, the topic of propaganda in social media is prevalent in today's social political climate because not only is the internet an inherent part of every person's everyday life as a means of knowledge or leisure time, it's also a powerful platform for various debates, discussions, and other methods for expressing one's own opinion. And while those opinions can be genuine, they can also be manufactured and harmful, resulting in major disruption of current political and social climate. I would like to present you with three major Twitter propaganda incidents that I believe illustrate my point and prove this project to be highly topical and scientifically relevant. So the first one is the incident of Russian bots activity during USA presidential elections of 2016. I believe in 2017 it was uncovered that more than 200,000 tweets that were sent during this presidential election targeted at American audience were actually written by Russian bots, and they were mainly targeted at spreading untruthful propaganda against members of Democratic Party. The second one is the organized political campaign against Taiwanese political leader launched by Chinese government, and it was launched on Twitter. And the third one is the Saudi Arabian leader having his own troll army, which amounts to 1.3 million accounts on Twitter, and they are spreading harmful propaganda as well. The scientific novelty of this project, I believe that a lot of researches were conducted on topic of political propaganda in text, but I also know that they were mostly conducted manually by qualified researchers, and while it may be more precise, it can be slow and ineffective because when one specific topic of propaganda gets analyzed, a lot more gets released into the internet. So I would like to present an automated and generalized method for detecting this propaganda and using not only a selected number of texts concerning a particular political or sociological event or crisis, but applying a number of computer linguistic methods to approach an automated general solution to this problem. So not to focus on some particular event or some particular topic, but to try to make this solution as general and as applicable to general situations as possible. You have to remember the pitfalls because, as I previously discussed, a lot of these researches are concentrated in one particular topic or a political event, and that makes their corpus more precise. That makes the vocabulary that researchers are using very helpful in their research because it increases precision, while with general solutions like the one I would like to present, it becomes more difficult to maintain the same level of precision for the model in absence of those specific corpora. Then I would like to discuss practical usage of this project, also actually three variations of it. So the first one is a standalone web API application, which will be could be developed with using web framework and a relational database. I think that this API would be reasonable to have a few endpoints and a few methods, HTTP methods that would be applicable to it. So the first one is a post request to analyze a particular text. It's when a user submits some particular text he wants to analyze, and as an output or as a response to this request, we get a coefficient of this text on the scale from 0 to 1, 0 being non-propagandistic and 1 being propagandistic, and a label that is put in form of words, so propaganda or not propaganda. The next one is the endpoint which user will be enabled to perform a post request to analyze tweets via link. So the link would be provided, and using Twitter API, the application would go to this link and extract the text and analyze it. The third one is a GET request for statistics. So the general idea is to store the statistics for the analysis results in relational database, and this is a report on those analysis results and a statistical one. And the fourth one is a GET request for an already recorded analysis results. So all results are stored in relational database, and this GET request will enable user to receive one particular analysis result from the database. The second practical solution to this project is to use it as an integrated tool for an already existing moderated app. By moderated app, I mean some kind of moderated internet space, such as chat, blog, online news media, or maybe some closed social media, to filter potentially propagandistic and harmful content out of this space. This approach also requires a development of certain application programming interface, and it can be both more limiting because it doesn't conduct any analysis statistic. I mean, it doesn't collect the results and store it in the database, but it can be more practical in real world, where propaganda detection is a real problem. And the third one is a pure model for scientific researches and topical improvements. This is a solution that offers the already pre-trained model as a ready solution which other researchers can be built upon, so they can increase its precision or specify the topic, make this general model more specific to introduce new corpora, introduce new ways for feature extraction, and overall use it in future scientific developments and future projects, practical or purely analytical. And this method for implementing this project is quite standard. It's data cleaning, feature extraction using computer linguistic methods such as part of speech tagging, CF-IDF, and the third one is classification and training the actual model and building the steps towards it. So this concludes my presentation, and I thank you for your attention.